games like this, we woke up. Get ready. Let's go, baby. Mob on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The Bills have won each of the last 7 meetings with the Dolphins.
The Dolphins feel extremely confident after that huge fourth-quarter comeback in Baltimore last week.
The visiting team is cooking in the direct sunlight.
And away we go from South Florida.
Third down.
All right, stadium, everybody go get your grills, man. Time to cook. DOLPHIN. 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end, and we COOK cooking buffalo, chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. DOLPHIN. 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end, and we COOK cooking buffalo, chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. Let's go, cooking buffalo. Let's go. Fresh up off the wind, we was down but made it back. Purple smoke up in the air, that's that Raven pack. We was mad, disappointed in the first half. Came back and cleaned them up, that's the bird bath. Moving on now, team feeling strong now. Two a time the anthem, we're about to learn the song now. We got cheetah, defense beat up, slow them down, ain't got a chance. 17 through the scene, hit them with that water stand. Anyway, defense straight, got our stockpiling. We gon' dig a big hole for him and Josh Allen. We'll celebrate this week, but Sunday we are not smiling. Get your grills and make them hot. Flame them like that yellow light. DOLPHIN. 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end, and we COOK cooking buffalo, chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. DOLPHIN. 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end, and we COOK cooking buffalo, chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. Let's go, cooking buffalo. Let's go, cooking buffalo. Let's go, cooking buffalo. Let's go, cooking buffalo.
Hey, man, McDaniels, he's gonna need a wheelbarrow, man, for his nuts to carry around, man. He got a lot of cocoa on it, you know what I'm saying?
Miami, Florida, Dade County, 305. Yeah. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we bout to make a sting. 305 Miami, we bout to have a blast. Got a guy from Bama and he's so stupid fast. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we bout to make a sting. 305 Miami, we bout to have a blast. Got a guy from Bama and he's so stupid fast. Jalen Waddle with the catch, to a throw it, go fed. Big Mike with the round, O-line looking stout. Miles G with the run, South Beach having fun. Other team gonna lose, don't care who boos. 305 is the place to be. If you don't believe me, just wait and see. Don't care what people really gotta say. Ride till I die, fins up every day. We winning the game, we going to a party. Spitting on the beat like Playboy Cardi. Gonna take a pic with Waddle. About to celebrate with a bottle. Dolphins about to win a dang ring. Grind and shine, bling bling. Don't give a what, look if you buck. Your team is so trash and they really just suck. His squad. Miami Dolphins, my squad. Aqua and orange on me every day. Shawty really about to be my bae. I'm always repping the 305. If you hate to leave, you can say goodbye. At the end of the day, Miami with the dub. After the game, I'll see you in the club. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Bama and he's so stupid fast. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Bama and he's so stupid fast.
Hit squad representative. Big beats, we eat squads up for dinner. Legendary team, better watch how you approach them. If you can't swim, get tossed in the ocean. Get lost in the ocean. Bad attitude, we be causing commotion. Dade County boy, one claim South Beach. When the South Florida sports so low, the mouthpiece. MIAMIDWA, that's the way I vibe. Throw fins up, that's the way we ride. All around the globe, Dolphins worldwide. When I click with JB, then you know we made heat. Lead teams in the dark like it's new EP. Fans out of this world, we the new ET. Defense doing magic, make your QB sleep. When we hit the field, then we get into the grind. Hit that touchdown song, then we get into the shine. Working every day so we can get back to the prime. If you check your clock, you can see it's 2 a time. Even if it ain't ticking, then the fans still there. Screaming out loud with our hands in the air. You either got a full cup or a can in the air. Win the Super Bowl, that's the plan this year. Yeah.
Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 3 from Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Bama and he's so stupid fast. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't ring. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 3 from Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Bama and he's so stupid fast. MCJB.
The whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds the gift. He knowin' when to go with fits. So we knowin' when to switch. This year we got the golden pick. Time to see what that pick about. Bad vibes get sent out. Only fans up in this house. We been waiting, yeah, we been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we in route. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't wanna overhype, but I just know I like it. So excited, league gon' notice now. You should notarize it. They say 2 from that rock. Shout out to Samoa and now it's time to lay the smack down. You think he Dwayne Johnson? Time to be the people's champ. Hit him with the people's elbows, stick together like it's Velcro. You think you could stop us? Hell no, all day I dream about sports. I think I need some Checo. Custom with some darkness colors, just to let them know we here. Yeah, I know the whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
To a time, to a time. Really hope he the man. Hope we found us a gem. Like the Heat found Bam. Wanna take time to thank Fitz, cause he put on a show. But the young man up, and the whole city know. Time to catch all the blessings. Cash out on investments. Ball out, don't choke. Fins want all the smoke.
Falling down on the sidelines.
Help is on the way.
Telling the fans, help is on the way.
808 touchdown.
MCJB.
Hey, Khalid, slap that boot.
DJ Flair, make the money flare.
Going crazy about the fiends, so we really about to win. Jalen Waddle too fast, he Mozart with the dash. Clocking in, it's 2 a time, I was running through the line. 305 all day, ready now, we gonna play. Spitting on the beat, you better watch out for the fins. We going to the Super Bowl and really gonna win. 3 from Miami, Dolphins here to stay. Best be ready, cause we not just here to play. Cheater with the catch, do it, throw it, go fish. Big Mike with the route, old line looking stout. Aqua orange all day, 305 every day. Fins up, have a blast, defense, make them crash. 2 with the ball, wide receiver gonna catch it. Jalen with the touchdown, Waddle with it. Baker with the hit stick, like he had a mind. Byron next, you know they both clamp guards. Fins up. Fins up.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Batman2423. Thank you for tuning into the Phinsaholics show. Victory Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Victory Monday, man. Buffalo Bills got spanked in the playoffs, man, versus the Bengals. What a treat for us, Miami Dolphin fans. What a treat. All the shit talking they were doing for all these past months. Just seems like they're the same old Bills, just like people say we're the same old Dolphins. I mean, listen, they constructed a Super Bowl winning team just like we did, but they've been doing this for a while. And I got a smile on my face because it's crazy, man, how all year talking all this hot mess, hot garbage, and Josh Allen literally just looked pedestrian out there. And again, it's not going to be all on Josh Allen, but like many people were saying today on Twitter, the man looked defeated after the first quarter. The man looked completely defeated. And, you know, things have transpired since then. Obviously, Stephon Diggs going at him during the game. You know, there's frustrations within the building. Rumors of Leslie Frazier possibly being let go. Maybe could be the future candidate for the defensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins. A lot of rumblings going around, and the Bills have found themselves in a position that they have to humble themselves because all that shit talking ain't gonna get you anywhere. And again, they're ahead of us. We've been hearing this for ahead of us by a year and a half as far as the team building coming together with the coaching staff and the players that they've added and going into cap situations. You know, Josh Allen's contract jumps significantly for next season. And a lot of people think their window's closing. And I mean, I really want to know what everybody thinks about that. I mean, we haven't heard from many people today. We haven't heard from Mark. You know, prayers up if Mark is hearing. I don't know if he's hiding somewhere. I know Cowboy fans have been doing for the most of the day today. Michael K. I mean, I hope all of y'all are okay after the loss. You know, it's just football. Just like some people say, it's just football. So we made room on the couch for y'all. If y'all want to sit on the couch with us and enjoy the rest of the real playoff teams and make it a good run, you know, as far as getting the Super Bowl, you know, join the couch. You know, you're not going to be able to get a front seat because, you know, we were sitting here this past weekend, but you can sit on the couch with us. You're more than welcome to and enjoy good football. Something that you guys can't do, obviously. But anyway, it's all fun and games, ladies and gentlemen. It's all fun and games, man. Shout out to everybody, man, in the comment section. Love everybody, man. Appreciate it. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. What a hell of a show we had on Friday. Hell of a show that we had on Friday, man. Salute to everybody. Yes, Batman did make it to work on Saturday morning, but salute to y'all. Shout out to Greenblatt. He gave me a donation. It hit after the show. So Greenblatt on Friday, Keith is gonna have 2 spins on the wheel on Friday. And I look forward to that shot because of y'all. I'm able to get some, you know, good beer for Friday now. I don't have to rely on some Coors Light or Michelob Ultra, so I could, you know, buy some beer. And obviously, as y'all know, sponsor of the show, Vincent, ladies and gentlemen, born and raised, the Miami Dolphins official beer, and it's a great beer, ladies and gentlemen. You could go out to Wynwood. You come out to Wynwood, you want to have a good time, you got to hit up Vincent. Vincent got the best beer. And I'm not just saying that because I like to go there. I'm being honest with y'all. The computer's acting up hella strange today. Hella strange. Trying to put this graphic for y'all. But hey, it's acting very strange today. Hopefully everything's good with my computer. But yeah, nonetheless, man. We got the Cater Kohu giveaway. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing this one at the 675 mark. We're around the corner, believe it or not. And I'm very appreciative to all of y'all. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, let YouTube know. We're out here cooking, ladies and gentlemen. We got 620 subscribers. This is going out the 675 mark. If you want to donate to the channels, $10 gets you 1 entry, 20 gets you 4 entries, 50 gets you 10. As y'all know, on Fridays, we cook the wheel up. $10 donations can get you a chance to get 6 entries. So there's different ways that you can go into the Cater Kohu sweepstake. This is JSA approved. You want to donate to the channel, you want to go into the entry, Cash App $Phinsaholics or PayPal Batman2423. For those of you that won stuff on Friday, I'm going to be shipping out that stuff on Thursday, my day off. I'm going to be shipping everything off to everybody that won on Friday. I'm going to try to see if I can get some more little things. I know we got the yearbook up for grabs now. I'm trying to get my hands on a couple more mini helmets that I want to give away. And again, I'm in the process of making the shirts. So a lot of things are unfolding thanks to y'all with the donations, and I'll be able to you know, have that in place. You know, a lot of people want the Phinsaholics flag, the 5x5 double reverse flag. It's a beautiful flag. I got it in my car. I'll bring it out to y'all so you can see it. I'm gonna get into the things with time. I'm gonna be able to get more stuff because made a big investment on the jerseys for y'all. So I want to be able to do that in small increments. Since we just hit 600, I'm doing at 675. So the next one will be at 75 more. So I got all these jerseys. I want to do a giveaway from here till we get to the mark of 1,000. We're going to keep going from there. It's just not just get to 1,000. It's, it's a process. I'm willing here to be here for the long haul. I want to grow. I want to get at least 50K one day. I want to get, and I want to be up there. I love doing this thing. It's my favorite. I love talking to my Fins. As y'all know, we do Twitter spaces throughout the day. It's kind of hard, when we don't have Dolphins content, but a lot of things, little things are coming. I don't want to say a lot of things. Little things are coming in and out as far as Dolphins news. A lot of people want to talk. What's going on, King Mill? Yeah, it's definitely my computer's acting up. I got to probably restart it or something, but yeah, I don't see the images. I just see our names. It's weird. But yeah, we got news today as far as a potential DC interview coming for the Miami Dolphins, and that's with our very own linebacker coach, Anthony Campanelli. He's going to be interviewed for the DC job. Again, I see this more of like business as usual. Dolphins want to give some an opportunity as far as with their own within the team, an opportunity to interview for the job. Now, a lot of things have transpired from the weekend. We heard rumors of the Miami Dolphins interviewing Seattle Seahawks, their assistant DC or something like that. His name is Sean Desai for DC role. The interesting part about Desai is, yes, he would be a young coach for the Miami Dolphins. Same thing that Dade County was mentioning today on the Twitter Spaces. Same thing I heard. He's very quirky. He's very much like McDaniel. Now he's innovative. He's a player's coach. I'm sure he's learned that with Pete Carroll. McDaniel's the same, and that's what he brings to the defensive side of this team. Now, that being said, experience factor was as far as what everybody wants is somebody that's been doing this job for a long time. He doesn't have that. Now, he has been doing the similar roles that he's been at, but as far as getting the DC job, quote unquote, like just his own leading the troops, he's never done that. So it's intriguing. It's intriguing nonetheless, but I know how the fan base wants an established veteran. That's why we got to monitor the situation. Vic Fangio, you got to understand that Sean Payton is a domino, and there's a lot of rumors out there that Sean Payton and Vic Fangio might team up together. And Sean Payton wants to form this super group of coaches to coach up his next team, and it just doesn't make any sense for Vic Fangio to go back to the team that got fired, even though it's a different regime. It just doesn't make any sense. So we gotta see. Today he had the second interview, Sean Payton, with the Denver Broncos. So hopefully he can land that job. The sooner the better, and then we're gonna start hearing more options as far as people get interviewing Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio is the hottest name on the streets. It's not just us, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of teams are out there are looking for Vic Fangio, and why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? He's a beast. But the leverage Miami has. A lot of teams have the leverage as far as the money, because the money is not necessarily a problem for Miami. Remember, this doesn't count towards the salary cap. This doesn't count, towards anything. Ross can literally, give him an open check and say, you sign it, how much you want. You want to get paid like a head coach to be a DC? I'm willing to do it. I'll make you the highest defensive coordinator out there, 100%. And, I know people, who cares? Who cares? Like, it's money that's not tied to the cap. So let the man, pay the man, bring him home, bring him to South Beach, coach up this defense. I brought up the hypothetical. I know it's a stretch. And again, we lost Patrick Surtain, ladies and gentlemen, right, to FSU. Why not bring in Ed Reed here to fill in the Patrick Surtain assistant DB coach? And this man can be in charge of the safeties. Just picturing that. Ed Reed being able to, help out Holland, Brandon Jones, maybe Poyer if we bring him in. Ed Reed would be spectacular. I mean, like Dade said as well, look what he was able to do in Miami, coaching up that DB that Miami had, that safety. That he made work on that kid. And you bring in that caliber of, remember what Peyton Manning always said, a savant. He is a computer when it comes to analyzing defenses. He is the Peyton Manning of the defense. What Ed Reed could do for Miami, that would be spectacular. Now, again, I get tossed that Ed Reed does not want that. I get it. He wants a head coaching job. I know that. But it would be interesting if he could stay in Miami and switch from the Hurricanes, come to the Dolphins, and help out these DBs. I mean, I think that would just be at least the safeties. Let Madison deal with the corners, and he get the safeties and just work, man, work. I think that would be amazing. I would love that. I would really love that. But yeah, nonetheless, today we got news, obviously, that Campanelli was going to be interested maybe in a possible job for the DC job. Miami's going to give him an interview. So that's something that we definitely need to look at. Very interesting. I know the fan base, for the most part, is kind of worried because, if it is Vic Fangio, but again, this domino effect has to happen. And we have to hear words from Champagne. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just speculation. That's just speculation people are putting out there. But it just makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. And again, people want to say that, maybe he might be waiting for Philadelphia to be eliminated or win the Super Bowl. It could be a possibility, but this is the thing. He's serving as an advisor for the team, meaning this man is not, he doesn't have to be in the building. He does not have to be in Philadelphia. This man does not have to be on the field. This man is literally taking calls and getting interviews throughout the entire league. And this man could literally, if he wanted to pick up a job, he could. So that hypothetical, some other people out there on YouTube are saying that he is waiting for Philadelphia to be eliminated. I think it's ridiculous because if, Miami could, he said we get an interview on him on Wednesday. Miami could sign him that very Wednesday. It's very Wednesday. So who knows? And I'm throwing Wednesday just as speculation. I'm not really have any insight as far as when we might bring him in, because right now that's what the playing game that we're doing. We're trying to figure out can we bring him in the room? Because I think if he comes to Miami, he's not leaving. So he's creating some type of leverage to bring to the table with Miami and said, well, I got this team, and I got this team. They're willing to let me bring my staff, blah, 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 this and that. Then he comes to Miami to the table, and now Miami says, all right, we'll pay you more. So he's creating leverage. He's doing his job. He's going around teams. I think the speculation of him trying to land a head coaching job is out of the question. And again, you can guarantee yourself that he can be here for 3 to 4 years. Not counting anything crazy happening with the Miami Dolphins, but he could be here for 3 to 4 years. That's been his schedule literally through his whole career, 3 to 4 years for every team he's been at. So the continuity is going to be there, and again, unless it's a complete disaster from Mike McDaniel and him losing his job, that is the only way. But I don't see he would be able to stick around. A lot of young coaches in this league, people want to get innovative, people new schemes, do everything, something fresh. When a team is looking for head coaches, most of the time they look at that fresh new guy coming out within a team that's making a strong run. So Vic Fangio, not to discredit him because of his age and everything, but he would be likely to stay, and that's a good thing for Miami. And again, it would take a lot of worries that we have as far as Mike McDaniel and having to focus and having to chew up your DC on the sidelines because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. You're not going to see that. I mean, anything could happen. It's the NFL, but I don't think you're going to see that too much from McDaniel trying to chew up Vic Fangio, right? This man knows his stuff. He's been doing his in the business, and he knows what he's doing. As far as linebackers, we all understand that that's what he coaches. That's his strength. What if we're able to do to this linebacking core, we could revamp this thing like this in one summer. And we haven't had a linebacking core that we can say, damn, that's my team. No, you know how cool it would be that a team like San Francisco, like the Bills, that they're like, wow, man, our linebacking core is probably our best unit. That's our weakest unit, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people want to come out here and talk shit and say a quarterback room is our weakest unit. Our weakest unit is the linebacker room. It's the linebacker room. And all levels within the offense and the defense, the linebacking unit is the weakest we have. And a lot of people don't like Jerome Baker. I personally like Jerome Baker. Is he worth the money he's getting paid? Man, you could make that argument, but he's always statistically, he's low on the radar. He's putting up stats. I know people say the tackles he gets are just garbage tackles, but the man is good. And I've always said that you put Baker on the outside and you compare him with a true middle linebacker. And Baker doesn't have to be the best linebacker in the unit. I think Baker would explode to a whole nother level. But again, a lot of people want to move off from Baker. I understand the frustration, but I personally like Baker. I think Baker would even continue to restructure for Miami. These are all things that I would love. I mean, if you could bring in an established middle linebacker, and again, there's a plethora of a bunch of them in free agency. If you want to go the draft route, I will double dip. That's just me. I would definitely go with a true veteran, and I would draft one in the 3rd round, right? Depending on what you're going to do in the 2nd round. There's a lot of speculation, again, that Miami might go after a quarterback in the 2nd round if he's available, the guy from UF. Now, that being said, I am not for it, not just because I like Tua, but I'm not willing to waste a resource like that when you can go and get the best available corner at in the second round, the best available middle linebacker in the second round, the best available running back. We have a running back room that's completely depleted right now. I know there's rumors out there that we might bring Ahmed back. We might consider Morster. We might consider Jeff Wilson. But technically, our running back room is completely empty right now. Ain't nobody in there. Ain't nobody in that room right now. So Miami could, dip in the draft, get a young running back. If you want to bring back Morster, you want to bring back Ahmed, you could work with that. There's rumors that Miami might not be looking at Gaskins anymore. Take it with a grain of salt. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Miami might move on from trying to keep Gaskins. They might let him walk. But it's up in the air as far as Jeff Wilson and Raheem Morster. And there's rumors, again, like we mentioned, that Ahmed could be in the conversation to bring back for Miami. That being said, Miami has to make some moves, ladies and gentlemen. And I know that we're patiently waiting now. We're all looking forward to the DC. What's the next move? Miami got to get the DC in place. I want it sooner than later because you could incorporate them as far as your scouting and what you want to do in the draft. That's necessary. Like McDaniel was brought in a little later than what I wanted to. This is McDaniel's first full offseason going through it, and I like that. But I want to get a DC in the house as early as possible. There's also another rumor that came out today that should worry some people, but again, that's why we need to get this done ASAP, right? Fangio is working with the Philadelphia Eagles currently, right? The Eagles are expected to make an aggressive play at longtime NFL defensive mastermind Vic Fangio in case they lose their own DC, Jonathan Gannon, to a head coaching job. Gannon is a strong candidate for the Texas job. Now, the Eagles want to keep Fangio, and they want to bring him in as theirs DC. So you went from a consultant to a DC, that may be an option for him. That's something that he want to do. So that is a scary part of the business. Like, we could potentially lose Fangio. And again, we have to sit here patiently. And again, we got to see how the cards are turned. I'm going to drop the link. Hopefully this thing works. This thing has been acting up, like I said, all day. Hopefully it works. Oh, my God. This thing is pissing me off today. I dropped the link. This thing is acting up real bad. Maybe I got to do an update. It's been a while since I've done an update on this laptop. But, yeah, those are some things that we need to consider. But, yeah, what a fail, man, by the Buffalo Bills. Epic fail. 3 straight, wild card championships. That's what they got to look forward to. They're hanging the Skyler banner, barely beating the Miami Dolphins, only by 3 points. And that is their championship. That literally is their championship. Being able to beat a depleted Miami Dolphins team that didn't have their starting quarterback or their starting running back. And that's what they're going to take to the grave as far as this season, And I'm excited. I'm happy, man. I love this fan base. I'm not saying that we all work perfectly as far as being a cohesive unit and cheering for this team because a lot of people, see all the negatives. And again, frustration has built throughout the years. We want to be a successful team. We finally get a dose of a successful team of what it could look like. And things don't happen the way we expect it to happen. It comes crashing down. But it's not all ends, and it's all like that's not all we're going to see. This team is very special. If anything proved to you last season that F the Bills. I'm confident in it. It's not trying to be cocky, but I'm confident in us. We can beat the Bills. We might be able to run the table next season. And again, it's not like what people are saying, like Cap and Pete, that they're saying that this team is built just to beat the Bills. We got to be able to compete with all the teams the elite teams in this league. And I think we will. I'm going to bring you guys again. I dropped the link. Hopefully this thing is not acting up on me. What's going on, CT? What's going on, Todd? What's going on, Mountie?
Okay.
What's going on? How you gentlemen doing? Shout out to everybody in chat.
Hey, part of the reason we all don't get along is we started
what's going on?
How's it going, everybody?
I think everybody started off a Monday pretty happy with one exciting game last night and the Bills getting their ass whooped the night before. So it's just been it's been a good weekend overall. I mean, the only thing I can't say is, that Cowboys game was a fucking snoozer, but it was some good football this weekend.
Good football because the Bills lost.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was saying the rest.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, don't get me now.
What's going on, Ron?
What's up, fellas? How my boys doing tonight?
Pretty good, man. Excited. Like CT said, I think we all woke up with a smile this morning when we woke up.
Now, Batman, you do realize we might have already interviewed Fangio. We don't have to report it because he's a consultant.
Actually, as a matter of fact, you do.
No, you don't.
They had to have permission. Yes, they did. They had.
No, not as a consultant. Not as a on the staff. Yes, but not as a consultant. I looked it up.
And again,
as a consultant.
They said specifically in the article when they were talking about him already interviewing with the Panthers and with the Falcons on Wednesday, that they
but you don't have to report it.
Ask permission because he's still under contract with that team.
I read up he doesn't have to as a consultant. Now, if he's on the field staff, you do. Man, Batman, we're good. This community will never get along until we get over the new mental illness we started.
I understand, but listen.
It's called DTSD, Dolphin Traumatic Stress Disorder.
I think it's the Tannehill syndrome. It's the post-Tannehill stress, whatever you want to call it. PTS, is PT. It's the same way, PTSD, post-Tannehill stress syndrome. But, I mean, at the end of the day, like, listen, I understand there's a lot of us in this fan base, right? That, including myself, I've never seen a Dolphins playoff win. I've never been able to see that. Not because of my age, but because of I just didn't watch football like that. Now, that being said, I want to see one. Now, I understand the frustration. Some people are desperate. They want it. They're tired of losing. I get it. But you got a team like the Buffalo Bills are literally they're proving to every fan out there that we have in this fan base that you could have the most baddest team out there, the most top 5, top 3 quarterback, whatever you want to call it. Because I've heard at points this season, I've heard Josh Allen, and this is coming within our own community. Josh Allen is the second best quarterback in the league. And that shows you, it doesn't matter how good you are, how good of a coaching staff you are, how good of the players you have, how good of your staff is, you can literally get smacked in the mouth at any given moment.
You know,
so the fact that you want to go and pay a $50 million for a quarterback is literally telling you that we're going to get depleted more than what we are right now. And we have a great team right now. So I'm not here sugarcoating. I'm not here giving anybody no false hope. I'm not doing any of that. I'm proving to y'all, the Bills just proved to y'all that a top 2 quarterback could get smacked in the mouth, just like our third string quarterback. It can happen.
A top 5 defense too, supposedly too. And again, I don't know how you can say they have a good staff when their staff in the snow. It's almost very much like we had our questions about Brian Flores and the offensive, game plan going into Tennessee when it was cold and wet and everything else. How in the hell you ask him to throw the ball 42 damn times because you can't run the ball? When you ask him to do all of that, of course he's going to get his ass smacked in the mouth. So the team is falling apart at the seams. Stephon Diggs is crying like a bitch. He's doing his LeBron James impression.
McKenzie too. McKenzie was pissed. You should have seen the comments
he was writing about. They're channeling their inner LeBron. So we'll see. I think that team's falling apart.
Batman loves that one.
Oh, he knows exactly what I'm talking about by saying, Josh Allen's going to start trading these guys for peanuts.
He's still standing, and the Undertaker.
Hey, Batman, and I'm sorry, I'm not giving a pass to Mark or that other Dolphin or that other Bills fan who's been giving us Dolphin. Michael K has been giving us crap.
Hey, can we not?
We'll be here Monday.
Not say his name. We already know he's not here. Can we not say his name like Bloody Mary too many times? Can we just enjoy one stream without him, please? Thank you.
Let me show y'all how it started and how is it going for Josh Allen. 0
I saw that.
0 player of the years, 0 player. First team all pro 0, first team 0. Super Bowl appearance 0, 0. Turnover 0, turnovers 112. Beard not grown, and he's growing a beard. That's the difference. He has a grown beard and 112 turnovers. Same old Josh Allen, ladies and gentlemen. Same old Josh Allen.
Hey, you notice something though too. Just like remember when in Carolina they actually had a good quarterback for 1 year. All of a sudden they get rid of certain parts and they're no longer a good quarterback. Look at now in Buffalo. He played his best year with the coach that's in New York right now. Now that he's gone, he's not playing the same way.
Yep, and the team is starting to turn on him. And you've seen, we've seen it throughout the year too. It wasn't just this last playoff game. Stephon Diggs and the running back they had was screaming at him on the sidelines during the regular season too. So, like I said, I think that team is falling apart at the seams.
Oh yeah, we all knew it was going to be an explosion if they lost.
Yeah,
everybody knew
I'm saying this shit started even in the regular season when they were losing. They were fucking pissed at each other.
Yeah, this is going to be a big explosion this offseason with that team.
100%. And again, people want to go back to the money. I think it was AB just said that DDW made a video on how to create cap space. TD did one. TD said first, he said that we couldn't, and then TD made a new video saying that we could make cap space. I showed you last Monday, I think it was last Monday or last Tuesday, how we could create up to 72 million. And listen, money's not an option for this Fins team. I think they could, like, the whole concept that people want to say the cap is not real. It is real, but you can manipulate it. There's certain things you can do. You can work restructured contracts. It's not the end of the world, ladies and gentlemen. We had $20 million this season in dead cap that we carried over the season. $20 million. There's going to be a little bit of dead cap because, the whole Byron situation. We're going to monitor that situation. If Byron's coming back, are we going to cut him post-June, make that 4.75 mil dead cap? There's going to be some dead cap. There definitely is going to be some dead cap, but I don't think it's going to be as high as the 20 million that y'all just saw. It's not. So Miami could definitely make some moves, get some pieces. I know a lot of people in this fan base, they want to bring in a good solid backup. I want to preface this because let's not be hypocritical. For 2 years in a row, the Miami Dolphins have brought in the coveted, either the best backup to be in free agent to back up Tua, and 2 years in a row we shit the bed with that. So as far as trying to bring in the best available quarterback to back up Tua, I think it's out of the question. I know Tua's concerns as far as the medical are there, and I understand how people feel, but at this point, what I'm doing is I'm letting Skyler be the number 2, and at the very worst, I'm bringing Andy Dalton on a cheap deal. Let him be the third string. Let him carry the clipboard. Let him just be here carrying everybody's bags. That's what I would do. But I will not invest 10, 15, 20 million on a quarterback to be a backup just so we get the same BS we've been getting for 2 seasons. I'd rather go and invest that on the O-line, go get me the premier middle linebacker. With that money, we can literally solidify a big part of this team. And I know a lot of people just go straight to the quarterback, but you got to go get that middle linebacker. And that.
Hey, let me ask you: would you rather get Edmonds over Poyer from Buffalo? Because Edmonds, Poyer and White are all free agents.
Poyer would be cheaper. Edmonds. Okay, this is the way I see it. You get Edmonds, you're not re-signing Wilkins for sure. 100%. You're not signing.
What are you talking about? Edmonds is a middle linebacker.
You're not signing Wilkins. That's $100 million contract as well as Wilkins. You're not going to do that. You're not going to be able to do that. No way. 25-year-old Edmonds, not going to happen.
That's where we talked about the other night. And when we went over this whole scenario is, bro, I'm telling you, you offer Andy Dalton $2 million base salary. We'll give you some incentives. You can earn up to 5 or 6, but your base is going to be 2. And go out there and sign Perrine or whatever his name is from Cincy. He's a great fucking coverage linebacker.
Oh, Pratt.
Bro, Pratt.
Jermaine Pratt.
Yeah, together, it would cost us $10 million because Pratt was on Spotrac and the other one, it was what?
$7.75.
$7.5, $8 million or something like that. Yeah,
3-year, $29 million. That would be amazing.
So again, right there, those 2 guys, that's fucking $10 million. You tell me with that other 60, you can't fucking re-sign Wilkins, fucking get rid of some of this other trash, bring in another fucking tackle, bro, it's not like we need guys at every position. God damn.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. You don't think Cincy's going to try to re-sign Pratt?
No,
they can't.
I don't.
They got to worry about. They got to worry about T. Higgins. They got to worry about Bates, their safety. They got to worry about the other safety, Von Bell. It's just going to be. They might be able to do it. I'm not going to deny. But if they want to bring some more help,
he's going to have to give them one hell of a fucking hometown discount.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about because I looked it up. They're looking at $60-70 million just to retain the guys they already have, and they don't have that kind of cap space.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they're gonna have to figure some shit out because they're just as bad as we are as far as dead cap and cap space is concerned, and they have more guys to re-sign than we do.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, more guys in key positions.
Well, yeah. I'm not talking about some depth, fourth string guys. I'm talking about they have more starters they need to re-sign than we do.
Let me ask y'all a question. The option of moving up in the draft is not something y'all will consider for the right player?
No. The only way I could see that is if we find a way to trade Byron and Cedric, saying, okay, give us a fourth or a fifth. We'll eat some of their contracts or whatever. And then using the, maybe 2 fourths to move and a third to move up to the late second or something. But I don't see us getting into the first round. We just don't have the assets.
I know we don't. And I don't want to, again, I'm not touching 2024 draft capital. I'm not. Again, as much as I love Tua and I believe in Tua, I am not touching. I'm not touching that draft.
We're not mortgaging the future because we already did that shit with Tyreek. We already put ourselves in that position. You can't do it twice in a row and expect for 2 or 3 years. Yeah. Oh, fuck the picks. Yeah, that shit works. That shit works for a year or two when you're in the win now mode or whatever. But you also have to play the fucking game of what happens if you're fucking, let's be all in, doesn't fucking work. And then wait, you're going to have to take 3 or 4 years to fucking recover? Yeah, no, I'm good.
Like the Rams are doing right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're in a shit situation.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, thank you. No
all right, so I got to give credit when credit's due. So the homie Lewis, he brought up interesting idea with AVG moving him to linebacker. So AVG has some experience at middle linebacker. We don't know how that's going to work in Miami. He is a free agent, so I strongly consider. I think he's going to be a Patriot. That's just my gut feeling. I think he's going to be a Patriot. I think he's going to cost between 6.5 to 9.5 million. I just don't see Miami making that move. Now, Miami could possibly bring him back, but I would love AVG back on this team. If there's any of our own free agents besides Thomas Morstead, the punter, and maybe Morstead.
How much did you just say?
Between 6.5 to 9.5 mil, it's gonna cost.
No, why in the fuck would you do that if you can go get freaking Pratt for the same damn price?
I understand that. I understand that.
AVG is not. Look, I get it. We love him. He's a home. But no, I'm not paying him that much when he's not producing the same way. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
It also depends on what type of defense we're going to run. Because if we end up getting who we all want, Fangio, he's going to have the 2 edge places, which is where AVG would play. It's going to be Chubb and Phillips. So he's not going to get as many. You're not going to pay somebody $9 million to not get as many snaps.
And we forget that we all forgot that one of the guys we all thought he was going to make the 53-man roster was Cameron Good. And somebody mentioned in chat, I think it was a Sackman or AB. Let me see. I want to give credit. It was Raphael. So Cameron Good was put on the practice squad. He was protected the whole year, and nobody poached him from us. He could fill in for the AVG role. He could be the replacement, the direct replacement for AVG on the roster.
Yeah, so, because you put yourself in the position again. You're going to spend that kind of money, just like Todd said, we brought up the other day about how, yeah, AVG in his spurts, he plays well. The problem is he's not on the field often enough for you to freaking justify spending or paying him that much. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing it.
Jack Campbell looks impressive. One of y'all mentioned him. I think it was like 3-4 episodes ago. I looked him up. Pretty impressive. Not gonna lie, very impressive. And then I want to shout out some of the guys that y'all mentioned: the DeMario Overshawn, Raheem Sanders, Tucker Kraft. I looked up these people and they look like good prospects, very good prospects. So shout out to y'all. Y'all made that happen. Appreciate it. What's going on, Sharif?
Hey, Batman, you know what I'm getting irritated with? I've heard so much of today that our team carried Tua.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because think about this: if they carried Tua, why did we only win one game and barely win by chasing Sanders' leg without him? They couldn't carry another player.
I hear you. Let me ask this hypothetical. This is a real good conversation. Knowing how what we saw from the Cowboys, right, as far as the kicker situation, and obviously we had our own kicker situation throughout the whole season for 2 years. I know he finished strong, but do you guys try to bring in a replacement for Sanders?
I don't
bring in competition for Sanders.
I'll bring in some competition.
And best kicker
Especially
gets the job.
when you think about what
this is the thing that,
happened
hold
with
on,
Dan Carpenter, but we
hold
did
on,
it with
CT.
Dan Carpenter, remember?
I get it, but this is my problem with that situation. Let the best man win. If we're judging it based off preseason and practice and training camp, Sanders is going to beat you no matter what. It's in the game situation where I have issues with Sanders. So I don't think, unless you have a high coveted kicker out there that becomes available at that point, yeah. But if you're just picking up some guy off the street that's been on the street and you're going to go and bring this guy to compete with Sanders is going to beat this guy 9 out of 10.
No. I'm saying
you bring another established kicker, not just a nobody
you
kicker.
You bring in one of these undrafted free agents, these college kickers. And the thing is, bro, I understand what you were saying, but it happened with Dan Carpenter. So the thing is again, you can't sit here and say, and on top of that, we even heard out of Crossman's mouth in the middle of the season during that whole thing is they said, listen, he's been struggling in practice too, but we still believe in him. So again, I think again, even Pat McAfee talked to Adam Vinatieri and said it. I think it was a mental issue for him. But the thing is you can bring in one of these young guys, these undrafted free agents from college who've been kicking, they're ready to go. It's not it's not bringing some guy who's been retired for 3 years off the fucking couch. Bring in some real competition.
But you know something?
But is that really real competition though?
Yes.
Hey.
Look at what
an undrafted free agent kicker instead of bringing the kicker that's done it before.
In case Dan Carpenter came in and unseated a fucking 4-year veteran.
Hey, I will say this.
An undrafted
you're bringing up that only one example.
And that's what I'm saying. That's on our team. Hey. Bro, go look at the statistics in the NFL on how many kickers get replaced year in and year out.
Hey, CT, the one thing I can say about Sanders, though, when it came down to clutch at the end of the season, he was coming through playoffs and the last game to get us.
That's why I say you take those 2 games away, we're replacing his ass today. So
that's where I said the other or just a second ago when Vinatieri was talking about it on Pat McAfee. It's a fucking mental thing. And he made the game-winning kick in the end of the year, and guess what? He got his confidence back. The problem is we depended on him to make easy kicks, and he took it for granted. He was like, oh, I got this. And he would fucking miss it. And then all of a sudden, him missing those easy kicks fucked with his head, and he couldn't make any kicks. And then he comes in a big moment, drills the fucking kick. It was a 52-yarder. That shit would have been good from 65. It was a fucking bomb. And that bitch was right down the middle. Guess what? Confidence is back. But that doesn't change the fact that you, Jason Sanders, made our confidence wane in him. So he has to know somebody's coming in for competition, and you better be on your fucking game.
I will say this. I never expected to see what I saw from that Dallas kicker. Never have I ever thought to see an NFL kicker miss 4 straight extra points and 5 in 2 games.
And some of them didn't even hit the net.
And I get it, and I understand that, but I mean, yeah, that's bad. But I'm just saying, people think kicking. Bro, I played soccer and I played collegiately, and I had an opportunity. They wanted me to try to do some. I was like, hell no, fuck that, no, thank you. A freaking 2-inch by 1.5-inch strap on the bottom third of the ball. That's your target zone. No, I'm good. That shit's not easy, bro.
I'm not saying it is easy, but seriously, I would have understood more if it was 5 field goals, not extra points. And these are NFL kickers who have been doing it their whole life.
And I get it, but it's in between the fucking ears. It's just like when Pat McAfee said about punting too. It has nothing to do with.
I think they resigned
everybody's got strong legs. The
Jose,
problem
I
is
think
to have it between the ears.
That undrafted kicker, I was talking about him like 5 weeks ago that we should bring him in, but apparently, as a rumor, I thought I saw it a week ago. It was right when the Chargers were eliminated. The very next day, they signed that kicker to the active roster. So that would have been a great option for me, and I wanted that guy 5 weeks ago because you could have poached him from the practice squad, but unfortunately, when you finish the season. You could pick out some of your players from your practice squad and sign them to guaranteed contracts. So I believe he was signed.
Hey, let me ask you guys something.
The futures contract.
Yeah.
They signed him to the futures contract, Batman.
So
did you all listen to Steven's show this morning?
Yeah, man. Cat for Life went off.
Yeah.
Cat for Life went off today.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you all something.
Ron, he was pissed. He was pissed.
You know what separates? I feel separates us from the top 4 teams that are still here. 3 of the 4 teams, the offensive line are in the top 5.
Oh yeah.
Okay, number 1, number 2, offensive play calling in key situations. I think we should have ran the ball when we passed on 3rd and 1s too much. You know what I mean? We're 2 for 9 in that situation, and defensive play calling on key situations because. It's sad when you want 3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 19 because you know they're going to get the first down on 3rd and 19.
Yeah, another point.
When you have our guys back 25 yards
is what costs us.
There's another 4th one. Is every single one of the teams left in the playoffs have quality linebackers, especially a middle linebacker. Especially a middle linebacker.
Dicker the kicker. But yeah, so Ron, yeah, basically, Cap. Listen, like again, a lot of people in the fan base are frustrated. You're tired of losing. You've been watching this team for 30, 40, 20 years, 25, 30, all these years. And you're tired of the frustration that this team, with using air quotes, they give you false hopes as far as players coming in the building year after year and always us falling short of the ultimate goal, right? But it's not to make excuses. You know, McDaniel's first year took this offense to a whole nother level. Second year, this offense is going to get the ball rolling. You add a good running back, or you just incorporate. You have to have efficient running because me and Lewis, we broke down the offensive plays, and it came out that Miami was running about 23 carries a game. Now, you have teams like Kansas City, that they run 24.5, but they're just way more efficient than we are. We could do it if you could fix this offensive line. And again, Kansas City, they don't need a top, tier line. They do need their guys, through the line, but
they still got some good linemen there.
They still got some good linemen in there. We're not going to sit here and say Orlando Brown's a scrub. The guy's a beast. He's going to command top dollar in the free agency.
Who's the guard they got from New England?
Oh yeah. So Tooney. So with that being said, they have good players. Now, my thing is, for this team to thrive and get this ground running and look similar to what, to my opinion, Philadelphia has the best line in the league and San Francisco's a close number 2. That's just my opinion.
Right.
The way San Francisco, it's like you have a quarterback in Brock Purdy that all he has to do, Brock Purdy only has to give you like 200 yards. Some games he'll give you 300, but he only has to give you 200. Efficient play calling, no turnovers. You run the ball efficiently when you have a chance, and you get those big runs when you got the opportunity. That line, the way it moves, it's what McDaniel envisioned. He wants to do that here, but he can't come in here with all the free agents he wants in one offseason and try to say you fixed it. McDaniel said year 2, he's going to try to fix the entirety of the line. He got to see players like Eichenberg. He got players to see Austin Jackson. He got players, and now he says, okay, maybe I can see something in Austin Jackson, but I'm going to have a guy that I'm going to bring in to compete, if not take his job. That's the difference.
Can I say this real quick? That was my frustration, Batman, watching the 49ers game, is going, okay, I see what Mike McDaniel is trying to do. Because if you look at it, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago, guess where all of those fucking passes for Brock Purdy are wide the fuck open? Oh, wait, over the fucking middle of the field where we were doing it with Tua and owning it. But the difference is that San Francisco's offensive line allows them to run outside. And if you saw it, they weren't running up the gut. They were running outside. They were forcing the linebackers to spread apart so that the fucking middle of the field is open. So I see what Mike McDaniel is trying to do. But it's so frustrating because we have shitty fucking offensive linemen like Eichenberg and Austin Jackson. And we trusted these guys to try to run this scheme, and it failed miserably. But if you guys want to see what Mike McDaniel is envisioning for this offense, please go rewatch that playoff game with the 49ers. Wide open over the fucking middle, and then running it to the outsides to stretch the linebackers outside. That is literally what Mike McDaniel is trying to do.
You know what the problem is the previous regime.
If they could do it with Mr. Irrelevant, imagine what this fucking offense can look like with Tua.
Dude, the previous regime drafted a mixture of offensive linemen, power linemen, speed linemen like Jackson, who doesn't have the power. You know, they did things so messed up that he can't fix it in 1 year, number one. Number two, for his offensive line to work, you got to have the same type of philosophy from tackle to tackle. Every player has to be in sync.
Not necessarily, because you can have a power center, which we don't, but you can have a power gap blocking scheme center to try to hold up against the nose as long as you have guards and tackles that are able to pull. But it doesn't change the fact that, again, and I agree, that Greer did such a shitty job, and so did our offensive lineman scouts. They did a shitty job and put us in this position. But I'm just saying, if you go fucking watch that game and you understand the concepts of what fucking Shanahan is doing, you can understand what Mike McDaniel was trying to do all this year. The problem is
we don't have the talent.
The offensive line fucking failed us.
Check out this video real quick, guys. Check out this video real quick.
When things don't go his way, Josh Allen is one of the biggest crybabies on the football field the NFL has seen in recent years. Bills QB Josh Allen is a very talented quarterback, one of the best dual threats in the league. However, nobody's perfect. Some say Allen's flops are overly dramatic, yet they do work most of the time, which honestly is a sneaky talent of its own. But one of his biggest issues aren't the flops. It's the fact that he lets his emotions get the best of him when things don't go his way and he ends up unable to control his emotions. The most recent event in the wild card round against the Dolphins is one where he nearly falls over attempting to shove Christian Wilkins, then walks away from the fight he started, but it doesn't end there. He also threw a football at the face of Alex Okafor after getting sacked in the 2020 AFC Championship game, and just prior to the start of this season, he shoved his own teammate at training camp for lightly bumping into him, causing a very unnecessary scene. And he could be seen here during the season humping Jalen Ramsey's face multiple times and even ripping off Christian Wilkins' helmet at the bottom of a pile. And for somebody who's the face of their franchise, this is just embarrassing, and maybe, just maybe, one day he will learn to do better. When things don't go his way,
shout out to Bills Mafia. Shout out to Bills Mafia. Shout out to
well
Bills.
Said.
Hey, keep that one just for future with some of them.
Hey, why couldn't he pull a Tom Brady when he slammed that helmet? When Tom Brady slammed his helmet that one year, and came back and bounced up and fucking broke his nose, or
you know what? That's why I said in the Dolphins Buffalo game, that offensive lineman should have been thrown out the game. That jumped on Christian Wilkins like that and went to rip off his helmet.
Hey, did y'all see? Did y'all see the hit?
Allen did.
Did y'all see the hit that Allen? Listen, he was able to. I know he's been playing injured, right, with his elbow situation, whatever you want to call it. But that hit he took in the game on Sunday was very similar to the. Again, he came back, he played, but listen, I tell everybody, all it takes is one hit. It could happen to anybody, and I'm not wishing any bad harm on Josh Allen as much as he's our rival. He took the same hit Cam Newton took. He took the same hit on that throwing arm, right on the shoulder blade, right there.
And I'm more concerned about the fact, not that it's really going to be an issue because he sucks and he's going to be sitting at home for the next 6 months, 8 months. But that same exact play, not only did he get hit on the arm, but he got hit. Remember, because he got hit in the front and the back. The one that I was more concerned about is that one guy get his helmet right in his lower back. So they're lucky, bro. One wrong hit like that, Allen, and I'm not wishing for it either, but Allen's career is over. It's over. If you get hit with the helmet like that right on your spine, I guarantee you're gonna be fucked up. It only takes one hit, like you said, Batman. That hit was dangerous.
It can happen to anybody. And he being a running quarterback, and he likes to push people, and he likes to mock people and taunt people and make hand gestures in the middle of a game, that's going to catch up to him. It's just going to catch up to him.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get one player who's not going to give a damn.
When you need him? Where's Ed Reed when you need him?
Bring him to Miami. Bring him to Miami.
Hey, the reason why I said that in chat.
As long as he's on the field, I want him on the field to shut that motherfucker's mouth. Ed Reed didn't give a fuck.
Hey, the reason why I said that in chat about Ed Reed is he actually came out and said, I don't want to be a DC, or an assistant coach or a DC. He goes, that's not what I want to do. Because remember,
Todd, I get that's not what he wants to do, but at this point, if he wants to coach, you gotta start and then build it again. He did that before with the Texans, right?
No, Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills. No, he
under
did it with the Texans.
Ryan.
He did it with the Texans.
Yeah. No, he did it under Rex Ryan in Buffalo, and he was the assistant defensive backs coach.
Yeah, but the problem is having him come here and being a DC or even a position coach, you're going to get more spotlight and opportunity for more coaching hires in the NFL than you are fucking coaching a college team.
Exactly.
Period.
And you're gonna be coaching up Javon Holland, Brandon Jones, potentially Poyer. That's just gonna put his resume up there.
Do you really think Poyer is gonna come here?
To be honest with you, if you want me to be real honest with you, I think there's a small chance. I give it a 40% chance that he does.
He went on Tyreek Hill's podcast. You know, they're boys. You know, Tyreek Hill's gonna be like, "Hey, come and join us."
Why not? Why not? And he ain't gonna bring that
part. But the issue is again, you're gonna put yourself in the position. You're gonna pay Poyer, but if you pay Poyer, who else? Who are you gonna let go? That's the issue.
Well, Eric Rowe's a free agent, making $4.5 million. You're paying Poyer probably double that, right? Maybe he's gonna cost way more than that. But if you could get Poyer, I'm just saying it'd be awesome. What's going on?
I heard he's gonna want fucking between 11 and 14 million a year.
11 to 14, yeah, that's decent price for what he's worth.
As long as it's not a lengthy contract, I'll do it.
1 year deal.
But that's where I'm saying is, where do you get
one
in?
or two? Okay,
that's say we go on the low end and we give him 11. Okay. We got to get a middle linebacker. Say we pay them between 9 and 10. That's $20 million out of that 70 we can make. We got to re-sign Christian Wilkins. We got to get another tackle. We got to get a running back that can stay healthy.
When you go to sign Wilkins to that contract, they will also give a little bit more room this year.
Yeah, he could be back.
If you line him to a long-term deal. But
the thing is just like we talked about the other day, though, and when we researched it and I sent over Batman the signing bonus thing and whatever, people think that you can give an unlimited signing bonus. You can't. You can only spread that signing bonus out over 3 years. So you can say, okay, I'll give you a big signing bonus in year 1, but then we'll stretch it out over the next 2 cap-wise. But are you gonna pay him a 1-year rental? Is that what you're really trying to do?
Let's welcome SOT Productions. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Much love, and thank you for joining the panel first time. Appreciate you. Talk to us who you are and what do you love about this team?
Well, I know I love the National Football League. I'm a fan of all football teams.
Okay.
But the one team I like is the Kansas City Chiefs.
You're a big Chiefs fan, big Mahomes fan?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Hey, hopefully he's healthy. he can be healthy enough to play this game. Everybody, I know he relies on his legs a lot to make plays downfield, and I hope he can be healthy because a healthy Mahomes is the scariest quarterback we have in this league. So I'm, prayers up that ankle heals up. I know it's a high ankle sprain. It's I'm sure, CT knows with injuries. Yesterday, probably when he woke up, that ankle is probably very swollen. So hopefully he can be ready enough to give us, at least a 50% Patrick Mahomes. And I think, he can still make something happen.
Yeah, that's true.
It really depends on how bad it was, because in all honesty, yeah, he was hobbling around during the game, but for him to be able to put any weight on it, even with a high ankle sprain, it's not very bad. Because if it was bad enough and it was torn, he's not out there. He's not out there. So if you're a Chiefs fan, you guys probably got lucky. It'll be sore, but I think that he's playing 100%. It's not even a question.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't see him not playing, but I'm just saying he needs to be a little bit mobile in order for them to be as successful as a team that they've been. Now, Chad Henne came into the team that drive and drove it downfield, and I just remembering Chad Henne on this team.
Yeah, you're like, God, you couldn't do that shit for us in one fucking drive.
Again. This is the what I know the homie Lou is his favorite word again. Chad Henne's not a world mover. He's not. We all know that. We all know that. But the thing is, he's in a system. He's been the backup for many years. Has a coach in Andy Reid that knows how to coach. He's been doing it for a long time. So a lot of people, every time they say, "Oh, but they got this," that, I mean, you take away the Eagles coach that's in the playoff run. A lot of these coaches have been doing this for a minute now. And it takes time. If you keep firing coaches every year, or every 2 years, or every 3 years, and don't continue to build on it year to year to year to year. What are we doing? You get what I mean? So I think that's why I say McDaniel's second year is going to go through the roof.
Yeah, man. How y'all guys doing tonight?
Very well.
Pretty good.
Man, I'm just doing a lot of studying and looking into free agency and the draft. And I like how you did the show last week about looking into the free agency, like the Pease linebacker from the Bengals. Dalton Risner from the Bengals. Now, my question is to the panel. Now that we know that Greer would go for stars, and we see Jacobs and Barkley and these other stars may be available, you think Greer is going to go for stars? Yes.
Sharif.
Hey, what's going on, Sharif? How you doing, man?
What's good, family? Yeah, man. Just in the caves right now. It could be. I'm trying to figure out which if Greer is going to change. I'm not interested in stars on this team, Flores, and if he's going to change to look, we got to win now. We got to go get the best at every position, not just for the fans, but so how do you guys feel?
Where the blood will come from? Yeah.
I feel very good about it. I mean,
you cannot put anything on the blood. This dirty.
I wanna say, like, we talked about free agents, but sometime next week I want to get into some of these guys in college. I mean, again, I know DTA was talking about DeMario Overshawn. I want to get into some of you guys that know a lot about these college players. The what?
That was my mom.
No, it's cool. It's cool. No worries. So basically, we want to get into.
Is she good night? If she's a Dolphin fan, let's go.
The Chiefs fan.
Sorry, who is it?
It's the Dolphins panel.
Oh, I cleaned my son wool. He got a surgery.
All right.
Wow.
Cool.
It's not holding. It's still bleeding.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, hopefully,
nothing better than a mom's care, man.
Yep.
True. Thank you. And would you like to see what happens if Mahomes would win the AFC Championship, or before he does?
What do you mean? You think if he's gonna be okay? You're asking if he's gonna be okay?
Yeah, I hope prayers for him.
Prayers up for him. Yeah, that's what CT was saying. That if there's no break, it's just a sprain, he'll be okay to play on this weekend. And again, I'm a big fan of Mahomes. Again, he's the best quarterback in the league. and hopefully he can be healthy enough to it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a very tough game against the Bengals. The Bengals came out and showed the NFL that they're a very good team, and they might be the most complete team in the NFL. They might be defense and offense, and if Mahomes has to be Mahomes, and again, that injury might not let him be Mahomes, the Mahomes we're used to seeing, but he's going to have an amazing game to beat these Cincinnati Bengals, because they're a very, very good football team. Very good football team.
So, I mean, what's you guys' thoughts? Because, I mean, if we have up to 64 million, right, in space, and then let's say we go and we get a Van Ram center guard, or we go and get a Forges, I forgot his name, but he's also a good center. And then
I like the center from Cleveland, Posick or something like that. He's the best. He's the highest rated PFF center coming out. You're talking about the draft, though, Sharif?
Yes, draft.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. So I want to get into the draft sometime next week. I'll bring you in. I know DTA knows a lot of guys. I want to be able to bring in some of y'all. Y'all remember JP? That he was part of the Fanatics show.
I already put together 2 realistic mock drafts too. I've seen quite a few out there. People are.
Oh, you've done one already?
Yeah, but dude, I've seen a lot floating around. Like I saw one yesterday on Twitter, and this dude had put together his mock draft, but he had us drafting at 16th overall. I was like, "There's no way in hell. I don't know. I don't care. I just don't see any way."
He traded future picks then.
He thinks it's real. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see any way. We don't have any. I just don't know what. Dude, to draft 16th overall, what would we have to lose? What do we even have to give to get that far, or that
you would
high
have to
up?
Trade. You would have to trade literally all our picks this year, the 4 picks, the second, the 2/3,
next year, and possibly the year after.
Next year's first.
Yeah,
then you may be able to get it to the 16th.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we were talking about earlier. DTA is when they had asked us, or Batman asked us if we could move up, would you? And we all said no, because we don't have the assets. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
And we've already mortgaged the future on Tyreek Hill. I'm not mortgaging the future on another player, because if Tua doesn't fucking work out, we need those goddamn picks.
Yeah, and that's absolutely correct. You have to save what we do have. We're already going to be down 2 draft picks for next season. I think we don't have, if I remember right, we don't have a 4th and a 5th, or a 5th and a 6th, something like that. But I think it's a 4th and a 5th.
We only have a 6th.
In 20, you mean in 2024?
No, we have everything.
Yeah,
not the draft.
In 2024, we don't have a 4th.
Yeah, not this draft coming up. The next one.
Did you know
we don't have a 4th.
The Chiefs?
What's that?
Tyreek Hill used to play for the Chiefs.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm on that too. You gotta keep you have to keep the draft capital you got. And honestly, I'm content at 52. That's not bad. 52 is not a bad place to be. There's still a lot of talent.
I agree, DT, because it's rough. It's actually rough. Because it's no one really that is standing out in the first 40 picks. It's nobody.
And just like I said a little bit ago, DTS. Now, if we can trade Byron instead of post June 1st cutting him, say we're gonna trade Cedric Wilson, and hey, we'll eat some of their contracts, but give us a 4th or a 5th for either of them, then we can move up earlier into the 2nd, but there's no way in hell we're moving up into the at 16. It's not.
I know. That's what I said.
That's crazy.
I started fucking around, and so in some of these mocks, you can basically you can go in and you can set it in the advanced settings to make it be more realistic. And I was screwing around to see what you'd even have to get in there to even have something accepted. Now, mind you, this is just their software, their program they're running for people like PFF and stuff like that. But, dude, we would have to give up draft picks from the next 2 drafts that we have in order to even move up that high. And I'm talking a bunch of them.
Yeah, it's just not worth it, because just like we had said, if you look at exactly what the Rams are doing, fuck the picks. Yeah, that's okay once or twice when you're really fucking close.
So my question,
no way to sustain that, because again, if you put yourself in the position where, all right, it doesn't work out, then it takes you you have to wait 3 years just to get a full set of picks back. That's ridiculous.
So my
that's
question,
exactly where I'm at. Basically, the two things, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, Sharif, sorry, but the two things that I see in the draft is exactly what I'm hearing already from you guys. Is one, you have to keep the draft capital in your pocket, just for a just in case. You've got to keep the draft capital that you already got, and we're close enough with this team and the roster that we already have, and a lot of the people that will for sure be returning and likely be returning or be re-signed. We're close enough that 52 can get us some good talent. Like I think our first couple, I would say our first 2 or 3 picks that we have in this draft, we should be able to score some pretty decent talent.
I agree. My question to you, DT, is if you're at 52, what is the most concern? Because I want to replace Landon, but I also want to get Voorhees or Van Ram at center or guard, interior line. So what is more important to you to get Noah Sewell or Henry Tutu or even Jack Campbell? What is more important at 52?
We're getting first round linebackers.
So yeah,
in the late seconds.
I got on mine. I took Overshown as he's a linebacker. I took him at the pick 52, and then I had Tyler Steen, who's an offensive lineman from Alabama. I had 2 cornerbacks, one from Illinois, and then the what's his name? I have the list right here. But I got us the running back. I wanted to go after a running back too, and it's realistic. We can get him in the late rounds. Is Mohamed Ibrahim? He's the Minnesota Gophers running back. He's 5'10", 5'11", 210.
Oh, that's a dude.
I like Clark Phillips from Utah. It's a cornerback.
Yeah.
He's explosive, man.
He's a power guy, and he has speed, which remember, Sharif, we were talking about the other day. I'm sick and tired of the Dolphins picking fucking running backs that do one or the other. Find someone who does both.
Yeah.
And
he can.
And the guy that DTA mentioned, bro, I've been seeing him all over highlight reels and shows bro, he's got both.
Yep. And then I got us getting Devon Witherspoon from Illinois. He's a cornerback. I got him getting that with our second pick.
He's awesome. I think he can go in first round, bro.
Let me ask you a question, Sharif.
Our last one is the Cincinnati cornerback, Arquan Bush. So I got us taking 2 young quarterbacks to add to our young talent that can just keep developing. And so far we've done pretty good with the exception of Noah. And it's not to say that Noah can't be something. It's just so far in the 3 years we not had much sample size. When we did, it wasn't doing much except for that one, game-winning pick that he got. But I don't know. That's where I'm at. I would even beg to say maybe drop one of the cornerbacks, take 2 offensive linemen, a running back, and a cornerback and a linebacker. I don't know what you guys
want to Sharif the question because the Mario Overshawn, like again, DTA mentioned him a couple of days ago. I looked him up. The kid's a monster. He's a beast.
He's a stud, bro.
Can he be had in the second round though?
He's tall, and this kid is a awesome linebacker. He can be good in the run stop, and he's got great coverage skills too. He's exactly what you want, like a hybrid.
And the thing is, right here on NFL Mock Draft Database, they got him going. They got him like the 8th linebacker to be taken. So, and in other drafts, he's going to be taken late as well. So, something we see on tape that they don't see, which is good.
But the thing is I would rather, just like we've talked about, I would rather in that second round take that linebacker early because
I'd rather that.
It'll ruffle feathers, but we can't draft offensive linemen in the fucking early rounds anyway. So why in the fuck waste the pick? At least pick on.
That's what I was saying, CT.
I was saying the other option is a cornerback.
What's going on?
And that's where I had taken a linebacker, like CT saying, taking a linebacker right off the rip with that 52nd pick, or if we move a little bit further up. But then on that second pick, I'd say go after a good cornerback, young talent, and then it's somewhere in like the 3rd or 4th pick is where I'd go after both like I said, if you can probably like Mohamed Ibrahim is probably going to go late, and that's someone I would take in one of our later picks. Great running back, but I'd also go after as far as like most of the interior and the offensive line. I'm going to go after guys in free agency that are proven and I know are going to be ready to play when they come.
I agree with that.
Versus having something I have to develop and guess with.
I actually agree with that because with the running backs, right? You got Mostert.
Let's do a simulator. Let's do it all together.
You got Mostert off the books, and you got Wilson off the books. So I actually like Bigsby. I like Zach Evans. I like Rashawn Johnson.
I agree 1,000% with DTA's. At this point, I do not trust this evaluation staff nor Greer to fucking draft the linemen. So let's go out. Let's spend the 8 or 9, maybe 10 million on a tackle or a center to complete the line. But get your
which is Dalton Risner
defense and all that, because that's where you've proven that you have the ability to scout. That's the issue.
So to me, that's Dalton Risner. And you shored up the guard immediately. Now Connor doesn't have to worry about sloppiness on the side of him. And you probably go and get a medium right tackle because you have depth with Shell. And so you just need someone to stay upright because the rest of that money we're going to need for a premier linebacker, which is not Sewell or Overshown.
Bro, you can go and get fucking Pratt.
We're doing a simulator right now, guys.
Exactly, Pratt. Pratt from Cincinnati, and right. So we're very intelligent. Like Pratt and Dalton Risner, that solves right there what we don't have to draft. Pratt and Dalton Risner. Go ahead, Batman.
Bijan,
I'm running a simulator right now.
Bijan didn't do the fucking wow.
And I think if the Bengals get knocked out, these guys are going to want to get paid. I'm actually hoping for the Bengals to get beat now because I want Pratt to smell green grass.
Would you guys want to trade to the top of the second round? Would you guys want to trade to the top of the second round?
Sure.
No.
You want to let it ride?
I'm good because actually it's crap at the 40 picks.
At the end,
it's crap up there.
Pause it.
This is the last pick of the first round.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, if we can give up a 5th or 6th, depending on who the guys are left, I wouldn't mind trying to move up maybe 4 or 5 spots. But I don't think that unless there's somebody again like a linebacker like DT had brought up.
All right, so I'm going to resume the draft. I'm going to resume the draft. And if you guys don't see, you guys still see a player you like and it's available, pause it. We'll try to force a trade. All right. We're going into the second round now. All right.
Second round. Got it.
I say, dude, just run it with what we got.
Okay.
I don't see him moving up this. I really don't. We're close enough with the team where, like I said, I think that we can work good with
address with free agency.
And there's other positions that we can nail in free agency with proven guys. So I think between that we stay like 52 and down where we got as far as draft capital. I think we're good for this year.
And to add on to that, like we don't need to spend capital in 2024 when Tua may not be the answer. Right. We need to keep all of our capital to don't move anywhere.
I agree.
Well, I was just saying if there was a linebacker, say, that we really wanted, or even a cornerback, if it took 2 or 3 spots, but you're worried about a team that may need one.
Give them Cedric.
Well, Eli Ricks, I don't know who
cornerback run right now.
Give him Ethan Carthon. Give him freaking Smythe.
They're all free agents. Smythe is not, but they're all free agents. All right, we're on the clock.
Good.
We're gonna look at linebackers first. Jack Campbell's available still. All right.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, what's going on?
I actually haven't scouted him because I like 2 other people, Overshown, and I don't like Noah Sewell.
He's there. Noah Sewell's there too.
I like Noah. Noah's a slower Roberts to me.
I'm telling you, fuck that. I don't give a shit. I don't want to Sewell on this team.
Noah he's a slower Roberts. I looked at him.
All right, so you got
exactly.
You got these guys.
A lot of Sewell's.
A lot of people have been talking about Jack Campbell. I've heard that name many times in chat. I can't see the chat right now, but I'm going to look at the chat right now. I've heard that name before.
Really?
We got DeMario Overshawn. That's DTA's guy that I definitely like.
They've rated him low in this. Trust me, they've rated him freaking low.
You got Noah Sewell. You do
I
got
don't want
this
Noah
linebacker.
Sewell, 'cause
I don't know if
again,
it's any
just
good
like Sharif
for
said.
Washington State.
I like Overshown. They've rated Overshown low in this. He's better than all of those guys.
Hey, Noah
Oh,
Sewell,
boy.
he's good in the run game, but he's shit in pass coverage.
Look at Tutu.
I don't want another fucking Elandon Roberts.
I would get Tutu late in the rounds.
He hasn't really done much.
What does the chat say? What does the chat say? Everybody
For
agrees with
Oregon,
DeMario?
he hasn't done much, bro. I'm telling you, your best move at 52, because yours looks already looking similar to mine. I would get Marvion Overshawn.
I like him too. What do you guys say?
Before we do that, can we
Let me
check
see if
out
Bijan. I
running
think
backs
Bijan went
and
already.
See what running backs are left?
Yeah, let me check.
I think he got Sean.
If the Alabama running back is still there, I'm taking him. I'm not even.
I think they got the Clemson running back, and who's available there?
That the Chiefs would pick.
Yeah, that's the
They
guy
probably got
probably gonna get.
Zach Evans and Bigby available now.
You have linebacker and running back both highlighted.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
And Kansas City needs some more players.
What they got?
Jamar Gibbs is
Charbonnet
there.
dropped,
I'm
dude.
That's just my.
But Charbonnet is actually.
Jamar Gibbs is.
I know, bro. I know Jamar Gibbs is supposed to be like a Tyreek Hill and blah blah blah. I know, I heard all that too, but bro, I am not taking a running back with our 52nd pick.
No,
how often do you see that work out?
I understand, but this guy is he's
No, I got you. I'm not like, if they do whatever, you know, I'm not saying anyone's wrong. I'm just saying, how often do we see that work out? I think it
And that
it
could
would
be Jacobs, or that could be Ezekiel, or that can be the kid from Giants.
This guy is what's the running back again? I'm drawing a blank from the Saints. Alvin Kamara. He's Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara is going to be available, and let me, like I said, it doesn't have to be Muhammad Ibrahim, but if you guys know who he is, he's a great running back, and this is someone that you can get projected to go in the later rounds. Mm-hmm. So you could grab him with our last pick, our second to last pick, and still pick up a great running back without wasting your higher picks.
We're gonna do this as a collection. I
know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't need to be him. My point to that was that it could be any running back. A lot of these guys and the good running backs will still be later in those later rounds. I think it would better serve the team to go after one of the other positions we need with our early couple ones.
All right, so let's come together. What do you guys think? You guys think?
I vote for Overshown. I don't know, DT. You going Overshown?
No, I want to look at cornerbacks too, because I know those. Like I said, you know.
Well, we can get a stud from Utah late.
Yeah, I understand.
No, CT, we're fortunate we can get a stud from Utah very late.
I don't have a fucking board in front of me with everybody lined up. I'm just saying, let's look at them and let's see if anything sticks out.
There he is, Clark Phillips. We can get him late.
Okay.
So he's better than all of those guys. Now, Garrett Wilson is coming off an injury, but he's talented. He's very talented.
Guards, can we look at tackles too? Because those are
I'm not drafting linemen.
Yeah, can we look at tackles too, please?
I don't want to do linemen.
No, I know. I just want to see. I'm not gonna.
What's your DT? What's your thoughts on Garrett Wilson, cornerback from Syracuse?
Not interested.
Not interested, you say?
DT, I mean.
Yeah, no.
DT's gone.
No, I'm here. I was typing. What'd you say?
What's your opinion on the cornerback from Syracuse, Williams?
He was one of the. So aside from the two, it's like I said, I had what's
going on?
Garrett Williams. I think DT Mike went off.
Yeah.
All right, so we all agree. Overshawn should be the pick.
Yeah. Overshawn.
Yeah, I vote Overshawn.
What else was there? Because you can't rush it, you know.
Yeah, I had
Williams.
I had Devon Witherspoon as mine, but he was Garrett was another one that I would take too. He's another good cornerback. I like him.
Yeah, only because of his injury he dropped for me. Yeah.
All right, so we don't get to go in the third round. I know there's simulators we could go into the third round, but
yeah, if you're gonna grab a corner with our second pick, I'd definitely go after. I don't know if I'd use that on Garrett, but I do like him as a cornerback. Maybe
won't
if you
be
could get him
there.
with like the third pick or something.
Clark will be there on our second pick.
Exactly, but what
Yeah.
I said, DTA,
would be
was
on the
again
second pick.
the middle linebacker is the more important position.
Yeah.
That's where again I felt like.
And
I
guess
just
what?
wanted
If
to
we
see
go
what was
4-3,
there. That's all.
CT, if we go 4-3, think of this: Tyndale and Overshone, right? With you got Chubb and Phillips. That's your 4 linebackers: Tyndale, Overshone, Chubb, and Phillips.
Cedric
Whoa!
Wilson and the New England pick, and we can trade up right now.
There you go. That's what I was saying, bro. That's exactly. We should be doing this in real fucking life. I told you.
Right,
if we can get bro, even
They
if we
took
get
it.
a
They took
6
it.
for
They
Byron
took
and
it.
him eat
They
most
took
of his contract.
They took it. So what position do y'all want to address?
Deep quarterback.
We gotta go first off.
Linebacker.
Running back. No,
just got
already
Overshown.
addressed
Lineman.
No,
Where
running
are
back
we
and
though?
lineman. Running
We are
back
in the
and then
second
lineman.
round.
We moved up to
Listen,
what?
listen. I'm not even
we're at-
prepared to give. I don't want to give.
Oh, we
if we're
moved
gonna
into
move on,
30?
if we're gonna.
I'm not
If we're
going
gonna.
fucking Greer and letting Greer draft another offensive lineman at this point. I'd rather see cornerback or running back, and I want to see what's left. I'm sorry, but I'm not trusting Greer to fucking draft another lineman.
I get it, CT. I get it.
Lamar
I get
Gibbs
it,
is
CT.
still
but
available.
I get it, CT. But he is our GM,
God.
our current GM, and we have Tua, who is prone to injury. We need to protect him the best way we can.
Listen, you could take Tyler Steen. You could take a guy like Tyler Steen or another offensive lineman, whoever you want. There's a lot of good guys, decent guys that you could grab with our third or fourth pick.
Voorhees will be there.
Again, I would rather go after proven guys that I know. I'd rather hit free agency for that and bring in veterans, guys with experience.
Exactly. I want fucking experienced guys. If you want to bring in an offensive lineman later in the draft to try to learn behind these guys, that's fine.
That's my.
I don't have a problem with
Hey,
that.
Hey, CT, I rock with you with that. I rock with you.
Because think about it, we're built to win. We're built to win right now, and that's why I say exactly the same thing CT's saying. You go after proven guys, because that way, when we get them, we know what we're getting in them.
Yeah, these are the guys that if you want to get offensive linemen and you want to stack them behind them, I'm all for the depth because we need the depth. But we're now looking, we traded up. I want to see running back and I want to see cornerbacks. That's it.
Well, you have Jahmyr Gibbs still. He's available. He's not going to be, in real life, he's not going to be.
He'll be gone. He'll be gone before then.
Based on McDaniel's scheme, he wants a one-cut up the field running back. Like he wants fast.
This is him.
Running
this
back.
is literally him. There's nobody in the world better than him.
The thing is I know McDaniel wants that, but I'm tired of the Dolphins doing it. You need to find a dual threat. You need to fucking draft a guy who can do both. How many times have we fucking invested in ourselves?
Yeah,
that's Zach Charbonnet.
Listen. Check this out. Again,
we're going to invest in this power guy, but then they can only play in certain situations.
But again,
do both.
And again, ask CT because CT knows who the guy is. I'm telling you, if you could get a badass, solid running back with our very last pick, would you do it? And I'm talking a guy like Mohamed Ibrahim, and that is a guy. He's got power. He's got great feet. He makes great cuts. He's shifty, fast. And he runs through a motherfucker too.
But this is my thing.
Yeah,
I get
we
you.
already fucked that up because
he could be had. You're saying that he could be had in the 6th round.
Up.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying, DTA.
You could with either our second to last or last pick. That I have him going with our second to last pick.
This is the thing. This draft simulator, as far as PFF, I know back in the days we could do 3-4 rounds, but this one's scheduled only for 2 picks. So once we put this pick in, we can't continue the draft. So that's why I traded up. I traded Cedric Wilson and New England's 3rd rounder. I could have probably even traded our 3rd rounder and kept New England's. I'm just saying, I understand how everybody feels. I'm not trusting Greer. I know that, Florida Born makes a good point. It's a different staff that we have in the O-line. They can probably they could address that with how they would want it. But The fact that
that's
Greer's still
bullshit.
ultimately
Can I
making
say
the
this
pick,
real quick?
I don't trust Greer.
You
Can I say this?
you need to
Wait.
use the Pro Football Network, the PFN mock. It'll let you do all 7
No, I know,
rounds.
and I know there's different networks. This is just the first one I saw, and again,
Now, Batman,
we've done
can
it
I
before.
say this,
We've gone
though?
5
Here's
rounds.
my
We've done
issue
it.
with that.
But
Here's
you
my
need an
issue
account to
with that.
sign in.
You probably just
Here's-
make an account.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, here was my issue though with that, Batman, is again, how many times do we sit here and put in we're not taking the best available player? How many times do we draft for need over saying, okay, we have a ability, just like now. Look at the running backs, looking at the cornerbacks, looking at offensive line.
This is a virtual ankle breaker.
And that's another thing. Why the fuck did we get rid of Zay White?
Oh, that's a question that
Bro,
we don't have time for that today.
fucking got me.
We don't have time for that one, but we could write a book about it. We could write a book about it, but yeah, we don't understand. That's the dumbest move, Miami. And then
To bring in another running back like Perrine or whatever the fuck his name is,
it doesn't make any sense.
Practice, it's
He was
ridiculous.
a textbook. Zaw White was a power guy who also had one cut speed, and we fucked it up. And I'm sorry, but yeah, that just pissed me off.
All right, so let's just draft it. Let's end the draft with this.
I still, as far as running back, I still would like to see like a Jeff Wilson Jr. and Ahmed come back, because I don't know that they would go after Mostert again with his age. But if you only had to pick like 2, you get Ahmed and let's say Jeff Wilson, and then you draft a cornerback, or excuse me, a running back. I'm sorry. Like we're talking about, that can be on a cheap contract, rookie contract, and have the potential and the high ceiling to be a great running back, especially if you can grab him in the later rounds.
You could draft Noah Sewell. You could double dip at linebacker. I mean, we could do that too.
No, Noah's fucking trash, bro.
We have young talent. We have young talent in running back that could be, or excuse me, in linebackers that could be good. That's why you only take one high linebacker.
All right, so tell me the position. I said I want the Alabama kid. But who do you guys want there for the last pick?
Noah plays good against the run, but he fucking sucks in pass coverage. And we got to stop fucking drafting these same exact guys.
Jordan Battle's still here?
Jordan Battle?
He's a first round pick.
I know, bro, but we don't like. I honestly don't think we need a safety, bro. We don't.
I know
need
that. I'm
another
just saying. I
safety.
can't believe this guy's still here at the end of the second round. He's a first
No,
round.
I got it. I'm just saying, because I saw it too. We don't need. I know there's a lot of people, like I said, are putting out their mocks like on Twitter and stuff, bro, and a lot of them have like Jordan Battle. Like, we don't need another safety.
As far
as bro, we got Brandon Jones, we got Holland. We're set there. We have McKinley. We got all these other guys as depth. I'm happy with that. Now, if you want to go that way, see what's left at cornerback, because that's another depth thing that we need to look at.
You got Garrett Williams from Syracuse. You got Deontay Banks from Maryland. You got Travius Hodges-Thomason. You got Tyreek Stevenson from the U. You got Jalen Jones from Texas A&M.
That
and
doesn't
you got Sharif's
impress
guy,
me enough
Clark
to waste
Phillips.
this pick on there.
Clark
Yeah,
Phillips, the third. Come on.
No, that doesn't excite me enough for this high of a pick. That doesn't excite me enough. You want somebody again in these rounds. You want somebody that's going to make an immediate impact in the first 2 rounds.
But these guys are going to be in the 3rd round, though.
That's my whole point. That's
what I'm saying.
I'm
so it's like
something so high.
Maybe Garrett Williams, maybe, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, best available player. Let's go best available player so you can have an idea. You still got the running backs, right? That's best available player. Yeah. And you got an edge. I'm not getting an edge. Garrett Williams, that's the best available corner. You got Tuli Tupalutu from USC's another edge. Carl Brooks, another edge. Another receiver we don't need. You got another linebacker. So again, if you want to go best player available, you can say running back, or you could say Garrett Williams from Syracuse.
I think if I was running it, I think that we would absolutely have to go Jamar Gibbs
Me too.
Yeah,
He's a special player, man. And again, I understand what DTA is saying. You can bring back some of the guys, obviously like Jeff Wilson, Ahmed, and you could draft another running back, even the third round if you want to go as high as that, or if you want to, like you said, there's a special talent towards the end of the draft with our 6th round pick. But I'm just saying, Gibbs. I know a lot of people, like you said
BPA exactly.
Yeah, DTA. He's. I know people say Tyreek, but he is literally Alvin Kamara on steroids as far as speed, bro. And I've seen some of the nastiest ankle breakers, and the way he moves and shifts speed. Once he gets to the second level, there's no grabbing him. There's no stopping him. And the thing is that his cutting and everything he does is just brilliant. And again, I know he's Alabama. A lot of people don't want to get another Alabama player, but he is that special. And he led the team in receptions. He's a running back.
And my thing is the only issue or the only concern I have is he good in pass protection? Because that's one of the weaknesses of this running back group that we did have. I would be interested to see.
We took him.
How good he is.
Look, Kansas City would have taken him right behind us. Right behind us, because they took Kyrie, the other running back that he's run 4.3 speed that was mentioned in the comment section. But yeah, we got an F. We got an F for DeMario Overshawn. We got a B- for and all we did was traded Cedric Wilson and the 77th pick in the draft.
Yeah.
And we bolstered our offense.
Trying to get at though, based on best player available, because I think that sometimes Greer stretches himself into having to take a pick that we shouldn't necessarily take.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. So, but yeah, I know it's a simulator. It was the first one we do. I know a lot of people said it's early. I get it. I understand it's a little early to do a simulator, but I mean, besides the coaching that we're looking for as far as defensive coordinator and the remaining football that we have in the NFL, we don't have anything to talk about at the Miami Dolphins right now. So that's why I give shout out to everybody.
Not only that,
SOT Productions, appreciate you coming by. CT, everybody, Mountie, DTA just dropped off.
Thank you for having me. And would anyone like to see what I have for the AFC Championship? If someone wins?
Let's see it, buddy.
Sure. I predict this team. Check the Kansas City Chiefs.
It's a video?
Yeah, it's for my Facebook page. Facebook.
Okay.
It's the same one you see on Facebook. Do you see this one on the Andrew Fam 079 page on Facebook?
Let me see. Hold on. Because I don't want to get flagged. That's why. Let me see. It's on the Facebook, you said?
Yeah. Andrew Fam 079.
Let me see. It's on your SOT Productions?
Not quite. On my Facebook.
It's on your Facebook?
Andrew Fam 079. That's all.
Andrew 579?
Andrew PHAM 079.
Hold on, let me look it up. I said Andrew
PHAM
79?
079.
079. All right. It's loading up. Hold on. So it's just like an audio video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you like you're into wrestling. You gotta hit up one of our friends. He's a big time wrestling fan. But yeah, we'll catch it next time because I am taking off though. But I appreciate
Thank
you. Should
you.
drop by more often. Drop by more often.
I'll think about
hopefully,
it.
Good luck to Kansas City. Hopefully they can get the victory this weekend. And help
get to the Super Bowl 57.
Yes.
Good luck,
I'm a
because
big
they're
Mahomes
not
fan.
going to get there. The Bengals are going to spank it.
I think the Bengals won't. Bye, everyone.
All right, appreciate it. But yeah, much love to everybody, man. Fins up. I'll be here tomorrow. Much love to everybody, man. Fins up. Hopefully we get some news on Fangio. I know that we're all patiently waiting on what's gonna happen, but again, we gotta see where Champagne goes. CT, Mountie, appreciate y'all. Much love. Fins up, everybody.